Listen, we're super excited about playing the NCAA tournament. I mean, that's what these kids grow up dreaming of doing. We've made a good run last year, made a Sweet 16. We lost a few here in a row here, but it's a new start. I think our guys' minds are good. We practiced before the selection show, not really knowing who we'd get or what we'd have, but we'd already given them 2 days off, Friday and Saturday. So, we got a draw that we've had this before. My last year at Buffalo, we drew the playing game winner. So we've had to do this before where we didn't know who we were playing until after that Tuesday night in Dayton. But that was actually, we've been sent out west before too. Our year we upset Arizona. We played in Boise. So we've gone out west. We played Arizona State. They had to play the playing game on my last year at Buffalo. They sent us to Tulsa that year. So out west a little bit. I mean, it makes it a little harder for your prep because you're not just prepping for one team. But, in some regards, now this team, whoever ends up winning between Rutgers and Notre Dame, they'll play Tuesday night. They'll have – it's not – I think when we played Arizona State, they had played Tuesday night and then had to play Thursday. So this team will have an extra day, but – you could tell that Arizona State, when we played them before, was a little more tired because they had to play Tuesday night. So we've got the benefit of not having to play that on Tuesday night. But Rutgers had some quality wins. I mean, you look at, they beat Purdue, beat Iowa, who just won the Big Ten tournament. I mean, Illinois, Wisconsin, who won the regular season of Big Ten. Like, they've had some really good wins. If you look at Notre Dame, they beat Kentucky, who, is one of the best teams in our league, one of the best teams in the country. So both these teams are more than capable of being good teams. We've shown we're more than capable of being good teams. Whoever we end up getting, it'll be a little different style. Notre Dame obviously plays a little more open, takes a lot of threes, a little more offensive-minded. Rutgers a lot more defensive-minded, tough, hard-nosed. They're going to make it difficult to score on. We've watched them play. Ron Harper. So, I mean, he's obviously really good for Rutgers. Notre Dame's got talented players. I haven't gotten to look at any video yet myself studying these, and I've seen them both play on TV during the year, a little bit here and there, not having any idea we'd play them. But, that's the beauty of the NCAA tournament. You get to play teams you haven't really seen all year and, somebody different. It's not, within your own league where everybody knows each other inside and out. So, it'll be good for us to get out of our league. We're talked to our guys today in practice about really just trying to make things simple. I think if we can take care of the ball, finish at the rim, take care of the ball, make layups, make free throws, things you've been doing since you started playing basketball back in elementary school. I think if we can do those three things at a high level, our offense will settle down and be all right. And then I thought we played hard enough to beat Vanderbilt on the defensive end. Our offense didn't help us out much with the turnovers we had. And then obviously the fouling was a major problem on defense too. But I thought our effort was really good. We need to get that same effort on Friday in the NCAA tournament. And, we just got to be a little smarter, play without fouling. We got to take care of the ball and make layups and make our free throws.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go ahead and take a few questions. Let's start first with Mike Rodak.
Just between the week off and then the long trip out west, is how much you think this will be a reset or a fresh start for players just after the way the last couple of weeks have gone for you?
Yeah, hopefully it's a good reset. I mean, it's a new season. We talked to our guys before about UCLA. UCLA upset us in the Sweet 16, and they played in this playing game. So, it'd be easy for us to sell these guys on the playing game winner making a run. We got to be aware of whoever wins this game. But UCLA had lost 4 straight going to the NCAA tournament, and then they had to win. They playing game, round to 64, round to 32, Sweet 16 against us, Elite 8. They won 5 in a row before they got to the Final Four. So, they lost 4 straight going into it. We've lost 3 straight. We've proven we're more than capable of playing with anybody. I mean, 2 number 1 seeds we beat. The number 1 overall seed, Gonzaga. We beat Baylor. We, if you look at the 2 seeds, Auburn and Kentucky, I thought we played them both pretty tough. Tennessee had a chance to be a 2 seed. They ended up with a 3 seed. We beat Tennessee. We beat Arkansas as a 4 seed. We've proven we can play with and beat, pretty much anybody in the country. So if we get our minds right, And I think we had a good practice. We were good. Get a reset. Tell our guys it's a new season. I think we'll be all right.
Charlie Potter.
Yeah, how do you go about trying to get guys' minds right? I know that's kind of been an issue all season just with consistency, but is there something you're maybe trying to do differently here come NCAA tournament time?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. Like, if we had great answers to all that stuff, we've probably done a long time ago. But I think what we're trying to do is build up their confidence with the stuff they're good at. We kind of are who we are right now. If we can just clean up a few little things. I told them, kind of read them the stats from practice today. We had some live stuff, and if we'd have finished at the rim in the game like we did in practice, we made free throws in the game like we did in practice, or we took care of the ball. If we took care of any of those three things, we'd have won the game. So, try to show them where they're doing good, pump them up, show them that they've done well on the stuff they're struggling with now. In the past, they've done really well with it. We've had plenty of games we've taken care of the ball. We've had plenty of games where guys have shot the ball well, finished well. So just let them know they're capable of it. Paint a picture, what the possibilities are. And I think our guys got to be reminded. I think people around here need to be reminded too. It's been an unbelievable season. So I think it's the first time in 16 years. The last time Alabama team went back-to-back NCAA tournaments was 05, 06. So while we may have had really high expectations, winning the SEC last year, and we set the expectation even higher after you go out to Seattle and beat Gonzaga and beat Houston a week later. We had some really good non-conference wins, but let's not forget that we're at a place that's changing the culture of men's basketball, and it's been 16 years since they went back-to-back NCAA tournaments. It's been 30 years since they went back-to-back tournaments with a 6 seed or higher in both NCAA tournaments. So this group of guys that was here last year and this year, you look at Keon Ellis and Quinterly, Shackelford, Rojas, Jawan Gary, the guys that played Darius Miles, was in the rotation a little bit last year. These guys that played last year and are now heavy in the rotation this year are doing things for Alabama basketball that haven't been done in 30 years. So let's pump up their confidence. Let's let them know that, the sky's not falling. We've had an unbelievable year. We got a chance to make a great run to cap the year off really well, and that's what we're trying to do. And I think the guys' minds are in a good spot. I mean, Quinterly's pace in practice, his pace in the game was good. He had some, unforced turnovers that got to be better, and we had some unfortunate fouls with some of the charges, and a kid that never really fouls out of a game ends up fouling out, and Shackelford's a guy that never's in foul trouble much either and gets in, foul trouble. I thought those guys were both ready to play, though, in the game. So let's, let them know they were ready. We just had some unfortunate things happen. We fouled too much. We didn't take care of the ball. We got to make our free throws. But we were in a good spot. And if you look, Vanderbilt's a good team, too. You look at what Vanderbilt did the next night against Kentucky, and I think it's not like we lost to a bad team. I mean, they're playing well, and it's not like we were fouling. Pippen was number one in the country at foul rate. He gets fouled more than anybody else in the country does. So, we tried to have our guys be more disciplined with the fouling, but again, it's not like we were fouling a guy that hasn't been getting fouled all year either.
Drew DeArmond.
Yeah, Coach, I wanted to ask you about the rotation going into the NCAA tournament. Do you lengthen it or do you shorten it? And then I piggyback that off with Jusan coming off of the suspension. He played probably his best game because of that foul trouble in the SEC tournament. So where do you go from a lineup standpoint?
You know what? I think it's going to somewhat be determined by how practice goes this week and where the game goes. I mean, sometimes in your mind you've got a way you want to play, a rotation you want to get with, and then all of a sudden, like you said, we didn't plan on playing just on 14 minutes, but he played well in those minutes. So, we got in foul trouble. He played well. We kind of rolled with him a little longer. We were in foul trouble. We needed some perimeter guys to play more minutes, and he did well, and he practiced well today. He had a great attitude. So, I think he's a guy that if we need him to come in and play, give us minutes like that, he can come in and give us minutes like that. So, and it's going to somewhat be determined on who we play with the matchups they have and who plays well for us, who stays out of foul trouble, who's in foul trouble, some of that stuff. But we've been playing 10 guys in the rotation. I would anticipate all 10 of them getting minutes and being ready to play.
Katie Wyndham.
Coach, you were just talking some about, pumping confidence into your team, and you also mentioned it would be good to kind of get out of conference again. How much does the success your team had in the non-conference this year kind of give y'all confidence heading into the NCAA tournament and kind of, show who they can compete with?
Yeah, so this will be the first time we played a non-SEC team since we beat Baylor. So hopefully we can get back to some of the non-conference confidence we had, if you will. I think our best wins, Tennessee's obviously a really good win, but some of our best wins were our non-conference wins: Gonzaga, Houston, Baylor. So, the league kind of know each other a lot better in the league. They know us better. Other teams have done a pretty good job guarding us. So, we get against a team that maybe only has, they're going to play Tuesday night, so then they're going to have a Wednesday, Thursday to prep for us. They're probably not going to practice full speed either of those days. You get the day right after a game, the day before a game. So, I think hopefully when we play somebody that hasn't played us before, we a little bit harder to guard and do a little bit better job. Now, obviously, both teams are going to present their challenges. Notre Dame will probably stress our defense a little bit more with the way they space the floor and shoot it, and their three-point shooting. Rutgers will make it a lot harder to score on with the way they guard and how tough they are, and how physical they are. They're in the Big Ten, so whichever team we end up playing will present its own challenges. But I do think us playing a team that hasn't seen us a lot, that hasn't played against us at all. We haven't played either of these teams since I've been at Alabama, so hopefully that'll help us out a little bit. Like, I think we've had some better wins in non-conference games.
All right, last question, Nick Kelly.
Yeah, as far as guard play goes, I mean, how much or what's the message to those guys like GQ and Jaden, and how much is that going to determine your guys' success in this first round and in the tournament?
I mean, we're going to go as our guards go. We've kind of gone that way all year. I think the message to those guys is, one, we got to take care of the ball. Like, we want to play fast, we want to play attacking, we want to play downhill, but we have to take care of the ball. So take care of the ball, get great shots, and be aggressive. Like, I don't want them thinking turnovers so bad that they're not aggressive. We have to play aggressive. That's how we play, but we can't have the careless turnovers we've had. So we tried to simplify this. Like, we told our guys, we've got this, we call it good shot percentage. Like, how many of our possessions did we get a good shot when we got a shot? And like, it was 92% of the time we either got a free throw and at the rim or a three. Well, the problem is we shot free throws poorly at 58%, finished at the rim at 50%, and we shot threes at, was it 26%, 25%, whatever it was against Vandy. We got the shots we wanted. We just didn't convert them. So let's continue to run offense the way we're running it, but we've got to take care of the ball, make free throws, make layups, and then, we don't have to – I don't think we have to shoot great from three, but we got to shoot it a decent percentage, average percentage. If we do that, our offense is going to be fine. And then if we play as hard as we did on defense, if we just clean up the fouling, I think we'll be good on that end too. So, we don't need major changes from these guys. Let's just lock in and do what we're capable of doing, but let's simplify it a little bit. Let's take care of the ball. Let's make our layups. Let's make our free throws.